Hello everybody and welcome to Fellows Friday. Today with us we have Savannah, also known as Kaylyn and Savannah. So they are best friends and they have gone through the Civil War journey here together. We're going to start by asking them about their majors and minors. So Kaylyn?
I'm a history major with minors in Civil War era studies and public history, and obviously I'm a senior.
Yep. Savannah, how about you?
I'm the same exact thing.
Yeah, see, they're pretty much the same person, which is why their names are combined. Did you guys both know you wanted to do that when you came in, or is that something that happened eventually?
I pretty much came here because of the Civil War program, so.
Yeah, no, I came from the Civil War program as well, and then the public history minor was created pretty much in the middle of our college career, and we both joined it pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's great. What made you interested in the Civil War then?
When I was 5, my grandpa took me to Newmarket Battlefield in Virginia, and yeah, I went there. They had uniforms to try on. That was fun. They had a movie with cannons, and I was like, this is awesome. So yeah, it's been from a young age.
Are you gonna say same?
No, this was not the same. I grew up in northern New England, and so all we pretty much learned for many, many years was Revolutionary War history. And while I loved Revolutionary War history, year after year after year after year got really boring for me. So the Civil War was something new and exciting, and it hasn't gotten boring yet. So I've kept
great.
it up.
Let's hope that stays that way.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite figure in the Civil War?
My favorite figure would have to be Jeb Stuart. He's not popular with a lot of people, but we share a birthday, so we're kind of close, and there's just this flair and flamboyancy about him that I just find really interesting, so yeah.
Interesting. How about you, Savannah?
Mine is Colonel Edward E. Cross. Many of you probably have a vague idea of who he is. He is the commander of the Fighting 5th New Hampshire, and he was born and raised in about 5 minutes from where I live. We both came from northern New Hampshire, and we both came to Gettysburg for new experiences. I'm gonna walk away from Gettysburg. He will not. But I love how aggressive he was. He was very brave. He was very courageous, and yeah,
That was a little grim, but good explanation.
It happened.
What was your favorite blog post or project you worked on?
My favorite would probably be one I wrote last spring on Civil War aerial reconnaissance. So I looked at kind of how balloons were used in the Civil War. Mostly I kind of focused on Fort Monroe in Virginia and how, that happened.
Can you explain that a little? I don't really know much about it.
Well, there were a couple like balloonists,
Balloonist.
Mountain and Thaddeus Lowe, I think. They were trying to get balloons used to just be above the ground and kind of survey, see what they could figure out. But it worked for a little bit, but they didn't end up taking it very far because it just kind of fizzled out. And I thought it was really interesting because I'm from a military family. My stepdad is in the Air Force, so we live around a lot of fighter jets. And I was like, air balloons, that's cool.
It's very different, yeah. How about you, Savannah?
Wait, what was the question?
Favorite blog post?
Oh, yeah, so last year, 2016 was the centennial of the National Park Service, and we all got to pick our favorite park and write a post about it, and we were given the option of doing a Civil War park or a non-Civil War park, and one of my favorite parks is a non-Civil War park, and that is the Flight 93 National Monument, and I've been to Flight 93 now probably 4 or 5 times. It's in between me and where my best friend from high school go to college, so it's an easy place for us to go and kind of meet up and reflect on history. And it was a very powerful place from the moment I got there. And the story of these passengers really struck a chord with me, and I've loved going there ever since.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you guys are inseparable now. What are your future plans?
Well, at the moment, I'm planning on opening an ice cream shop in West Virginia so I can go to grad school with her. No, I'm interning in Richmond for the summer, and then I'm taking some time after that to kind of explore what I might want to do and get a clear goal before going to grad school.
Sounds great.
My immediate plans for the summer are a little bit more up in the air. I have an internship at Fredericksburg in Spotsylvania National Military Park, but I'm looking to get a job with the National Park Service, so employers, if you're out there, I'm ready. My plans after that, I'm going to West Virginia to study public history, and Kaylyn will then follow me.
Yep. It's very likely, not honestly. So as you've noticed, a lot of people go to the National Park Service from this school, and most of them probably don't come in thinking that's an option, but because we're in Gettysburg, this just happens to come naturally. So how's living in Gettysburg affected your career goals?
Well, I'm no stranger to living in historic areas. I was born in Richmond. A lot of Civil War stuff there. Then moved to Yorktown, so Revolutionary War. Coming to Gettysburg has been nice because it's, been able to voyage to the north and see what it's like up here. But yeah, just being able to be around the battlefield all the time, we use it for educational and just everyday recreational activities. Like we go running a lot by the Peach Orchard. That's fun. And then just all the professors here that are involved with the Civil War. This past year I've been working with Dr. Carmichael, and that's just been a really great experience. So, yeah.
How about you, Savannah?
Well, Gettysburg got me out of New England, which I think was the biggest thing that I needed to do. I grew up in northern New Hampshire, and when I left high school for Gettysburg, I thought my only options for a career were going to be teaching or museum. Both didn't really appeal to me all that much, but I didn't really know what else was out there. And so my freshman year, I started volunteering with the Gettysburg Foundation and started getting my first experiences in public history and visitor services and interpretation. And last summer, I was a interpretive intern at Gettysburg National Military Park, and that has just it has told me what I wanted to do with my life, and that is to work with the National Park Service with historical interpretation.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So we've all had the opportunity to explore a lot. A lot of people leave here knowing for sure what they want to do, which is really great, as both of you guys seem to be in the position of. So we're going to miss them a lot next year since they're graduating. It won't be the same without them. But if you want to meet some more of our graduating seniors, join us next week and we'll have another interview. So thank you for joining us.